Let me tell you, taking 5 years to get over the fear of finally doing something is not fun. I was terrified of failing, looking like a fool in front of other people. I didn't think that I was good enough. The list goes on. But one day I realized that if I don't start sharing my story now, I would miss out on everything that could have been in my life. Hi, my name is Jordan, and this is why you need to chase your dreams. It all started the day that I got a phone call that changed everything for me. I got a phone call telling me that I'd just been cut from my college baseball team. Yikes, I know. Baseball had been my whole life, what I thought that I was meant to do. In that moment, I realized that I really wasn't chasing after my dreams. I was just sort of going through the motions because it's just what I've always done. Deep down, I knew I wanted more. And that moment was sort of like the rock bottom for me. I knew something needed to change. It's funny how such a negative moment became the reason why I decided to start down this new path in my life. Even after that literal wake-up call, I still felt stuck. I had my attention focused on all the wrong things. I was back to focusing on what other people were going to think of me, their judgments, their opinions, and then all those insecurities just sort of came right back to me. I kept trying to fit in and really didn't believe that I was somebody who was good enough to go after what they want in life. I didn't know what I wanted or how to even start. So I just told myself it's probably safer just to stay quiet and stick to what I know. But even though that I decided to move forward with that, there was always like that little voice inside of me telling me, hey, this is not the right thing to do. Fast forward a couple months down the road and everything changed for me after I had these 2 late night conversations with some buddies of mine. The first is when a friend brought up the idea to me of me posting on social media, starting a YouTube channel, things along those lines. Now, I've been making videos here and there, but nothing really too serious or too consistent at the time. Still, it was always something that I wanted to really push after, even though I never admitted it out loud to myself or really anyone. It was like, Jordan, you really have the personality and talent for something like this, and you're definitely somebody I see doing this. In that moment, that's when the wheels and start of my big old head started turning, and it really got me thinking. Then a few days later, I was having another conversation with a close friend of mine. We opened up about our life, our struggles, and just basically what we want to do with ourselves. At the end of it, he told me that me sharing my story with him had inspired him so much. He said, you need to do this. You need to start sharing your story with other people. And that was the moment where it all sort of just clicked for me. I finally decided to listen to that voice inside of me that had been quietly nudging me for years. In that moment, I realized that I was more scared of staying the same and not trying than I actually was of failing. Instead of telling myself, geez, Jordan, what if this all goes wrong? I just told myself, what if this goes better than I ever dreamed it could be? That's what lit a fire under me, where I decided I was going to start chasing after my dreams. But before I even took my first step, I had to ask myself the most important question out there. Why should I even do this? I mean, why not just follow the same path as everybody else? Finish school, get a job, work for 40 years, and then just call it good. I realized I needed a reason bigger than myself, something that truly mattered if I was really gonna go after this. Since I was a kid, I felt this deep calling from God, this sense, whatever you want to call it, that I was meant to change the world and impact lives in a meaningful way. For the longest time, bro, I didn't know what that meant or where to even start. But I knew one thing, that I just couldn't ignore that feeling anymore. And after everything that I've went through, the conversations I had, I realized that part of my purpose, my why, is to help others grow and inspire them. And for me, chasing my dreams feels like the path that I was meant to go down to fulfill that calling I have. Now, here are the 3 reasons why I'm chasing my dreams and why you need to as well. The first reason is you have a purpose. You, me, your cat, your dog, that person you don't really like. We all have a reason for being here. If you woke up this morning, it means your purpose isn't done yet. For the longest time, I felt like I was just wasting away the days that I was given, slowly fading away from the person that I was meant to be. Now, everybody's purpose is different. You have one, I have one, and it is our responsibility to go uncover it and pursue it. Reason number 2, regret is way scarier than failing. One of my biggest fears is getting to the end of my life and wishing that I had taken the risk that I was too scared to take when I was younger. Regret is so much heavier than any fear or judgment that we'll face here. And the idea of people making fun of me for posting videos about chasing my dreams, helping other people live their best life too, and just making people happy is nothing compared to the thought of me being an old crusty man and just looking back and thinking about the life that I could have had. And for me, Chasing my dreams means living a life without any of those regrets. And the third reason why I'm chasing after my dreams and why you need to as well is people need you to succeed. I'm not just talking about, oh, your future self is counting on you. When I say this, I'm probably going to lose some people, but your life is not just about you. There are people out there, friends, family, strangers, people you probably won't even meet for years who need you to push after your dreams so you can become the best version of yourself so you can then give back to others. It's the classic saying that you have to be selfish to then become selfless. Now, that doesn't mean you're putting yourself above anybody else. It simply means that you're investing into becoming the best version of yourself so you can then pour into other people when the time comes. Because how can you fill up somebody else's cup when you don't even have anything in your own? Think about this. There are people out there waiting for the gifts that only you can give. I'm not sharing this because I've made it. Actually, I'm nowhere even close. I'm just starting out on my journey myself. But these are the reasons that I've decided to start pushing after my dreams. And I really do believe that they can help you find your reasons too. I don't want you or me or anybody else to miss out on the life that we're meant to live. We all have something special to offer, and the world is waiting for us to share our story. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to sit here and tell you why I'm chasing after my dreams and why you need to as well, without at least telling you the how and what I'm doing to take action towards that. The first step that I took was switching my focus and my attention to myself and my internal world. I realized that I couldn't change my external world without taking a look and changing my internal world first. My thoughts, the stories I tell myself, how I talk and believe in myself. I had to become the person I wanted to be first and not wait for accomplishments and me reaching goals to feel happy and successful. So I simply just started being and living as if I was already the successful content creator person that I wanted to be. By focusing on being the person that I want to be first, I'm noticing that all of the actions and the results are just starting to come naturally without me forcing anything. Like this, for example, old Jordan from like a year ago would have never sat down to record a video like this. He'd be too embarrassed, shy, or whatever the heck that I was thinking back then. But of course, it's not always easy. Some days I don't feel motivated or inspired, or sometimes I just feel stuck. But those are the days where I keep my why closest to my heart and always top of mind. I remind myself that those challenges and obstacles are just part of the process. And when I don't necessarily feel ready or qualified, I still choose to just take action anyway. Definitely one of the most important things that I've learned and that you've probably heard a million times is that taking imperfect action is way better than just waiting for the perfect time to start something. Starting right now, even when I don't necessarily feel ready or qualified, has been one of the biggest keys for me for overcoming those fears and insecurities that I've had. And just so you're aware, if you're waiting for the perfect moment, newsflash, you're going to be waiting forever. You don't need to have everything figured out to start, but you do need to start to figure things out. Starting now and taking small steps today will lead to the bigger ones that will come tomorrow. And in reality, the only thing holding you back is you. So stop waiting and take action now. You'll figure out and the steps will become clearer the more you move forward. If you're passionate about something, don't let fear hold you back. You have everything you need right inside of you to achieve all the dreams you have. You just need to believe in yourself and take action. And trust me, if somebody like me can do it, you can do it too. And I know chasing your dreams is not easy, but it is so worth it. We all have the power inside of us to create the life that we always dreamed of. And it starts with what we do today. So keep pushing and keep growing. And remember, you're not on this journey alone. I'm right here growing with you. So yeah, that's all I got. Peace.